And Mackenzie is now on the Zoom also.
Okay, 6 o'clock.
Got this email today.
Yep.
We need to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Smith,
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Arsano.
Here.
Burbank. Here. Ferguson. Here. Bender, absent. Green.
Here,
Move to excuse Councilmember Bender.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
Okay, in front of you, you have an amended agenda. For those on Zoom, one of the items would be 4A, stricken, the street naming presentation. The next item stricken is down in E, staff reports, the 2024 end of year financial report.
Move to approve the amended agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
aye,
All opposed?
Motion carries.
So going down to 4, the only thing in the announcements, appointments, and presentation has been stricken. So we will move to B, public comment. Anybody in the gallery that would like to speak? Mrs. Hardy.
You're the only one who calls me that. Tonight, I wanted to take a few minutes just to give the council a little bit of conversation for the Buckley Chamber. So tonight, I am here on behalf as president of the chamber to talk a little bit about what's going on with us as businesses. I'm happy to report that we are so close to 100 businesses, which hasn't happened in the history of the chamber. So we've been working really hard to increase our membership. And also, as president of the chamber, one of my priorities has been to communicate to our members about what impacts are affecting their businesses. I think that oftentimes as businesses, we are not very good at following what's going on. We're just trying to do whatever it is we do to feed our families. The Association of Washington Business holds a chamber update every Monday morning to let us know about state legislative bills, which is really helpful to the local chambers. Last week at our general membership meeting, I passed the information on about some pretty significant legislation moving its way through the process in this year's session. It was told to us, and I've seen it in other media situations, this revenue package that is being proposed by the majority party in Olympia is been described as the largest tax increase in state history. I thought I would share just a few real quick bills that are affecting your businesses here in this community. House Bill 1334, the property tax increase from 1% to 3% is significant for us. Senate Bill 5578 is talking about increasing the state minimum wage. It's currently at $16.66. Next year, they want to go to $17.50. And if passed, then up to $25 in 2031. Senate Bill 5041 allows unemployment for striking workers. Many of us here in our community don't have union employees, maybe the city, but those costs will be incorporated to the admin pot at unemployment. So they will increase our rates in order to accommodate the costs of paying those striking workers. 1607, House Bill 1607 is one that's especially concerning to Mount Rainier Creamery because it's a can and bottle tax for 10 cents. I find it just baffling to me why they would do something that has not worked in other states. And the administration alone on that, trying to manage getting the bottles, getting the paying the tax, to me, it's ridiculous. But that's one that will affect them probably the most because of a lot of their products are in glass bottles. And then, of course, the all never seems to go away bill, vehicle miles traveled, is still making its way through House Bill 1921, and then also a 6-cent increase on the gas tax. So I wanted to just share that with you because your businesses are facing increasing costs to business in this Washington state. Doing business here is becoming really, really hard. In this, with these taxes, if they pass, it's really going to have an impact on our ability to not only get businesses to come here, but to keep the existing businesses that we have. The reality of costs like this mean that some will not survive. Small businesses run on a really small margin. So I'm telling you all of this to let you know that we are struggling, that we are united, and we are looking to keep our members apprised of any impacts to their costs. And we would ask that you consider that as you move forward with decisions that you all make with local government revenue discussions and decisions at the city level. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, seeing and hearing none at this time. Again, there'll be another opportunity at the end if something comes up. We'll move down to committee reports. The mayor's report, the elected mayor is not here, so I have nothing to report on. However, I will say that yesterday, and maybe the city administrator will touch on this too, but yesterday was the groundbreaking ceremony for the Dock Cape Pavilion. Pouring down rain. More people than I thought would be there. And the program was put on, I think the Trails Commission put it on. It was smooth. It was what it should have been. So it was good yesterday. So that's all I've got. So earlier to this afternoon, Developmental Services, Utilities and Transportation met. Councilmember Arsano.
Yeah, we met just a little bit ago. The key topics were for building and planning, permitting software update. The goal is to soft launch single family homes, then expand to like the developments later. The upcoming council stormwater management program. We do it every year, the SMAP. So it's that time you're gonna see it tonight, right? Monday Loss and Hinkleman Road storm upgrades. We're in final approval for that project. Spruce Street Improvement Project. An amended proof of service. This was for easements that we didn't realize because the sewer and the water have a conflict. You have to have a 10-foot easement in between them. So there's not enough room in our narrow easement, so we had to shift it. So with that being said, we had to buy land acquire the land from the homeowner. So I think it's looking from splitting the funds, we'd have to come up with 75 grand. That's not budgeted. If the council decides. Pressure sewer study, proof of services is a budgeted item. They're moving forward with it. They were just letting us know. GPS Insight for the vehicles. It's installed on vehicles. And then the Swift Comply update is for the backflow systems, and that's coming in shortly. The utility recruitment update, they had 8 interviews, 4 moved on to second interviews. And then the vac truck purchase update, they're still working on it. Consolidated water system study, I think we received a grant for the study. So it'll be up to council to decide if we accept it. And then at the sewer treatment plant, the magnesium hydroxide improvement, it's a budgeted item. Essentially the water that leaves the treatment plant is too acidic, so we have to add magnesium hydroxide to lower the pH. So they're talking about a study, or not a study, but like Grain Osborne design that if we buy it in bulk in 5,000 gallons instead of 1,000 gallon tanks, it drops the price from 45 cents a gallon to 25 cents a gallon. And then City Hall furniture, we were provided the same, I think, as all the other meetings, but that they want to use REIT dollars to fund it, and since it's being attached to a capital project, it's all right. And that's it.
Any questions for Councilmember Song? Or online? Okay, moving on to the third prong of C, Citizens Advisory Commission, Councilmember Anderson.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, Citizens Advisory Commission met last Monday, March 17th. I could not be there in person. I was enjoying a Reuben sandwich, but they went through a few things. Director Snodgrass updated them on spring and summer events, which flyer should be in front of you right now, about the amazing egg race and the hound hunt on April 19th. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and I can help you, or Director Snodgrass, to get involved in those two things. And then they also just looked at, again, the public art application. The name of it is People on the Plateau Photo Series. And this is what Brad Kalin from Buckley kind of came forth and explained to us that we would be seeing in the future. So they took action, and we will see it next week at our study session. So hopefully we can all agree to kind of get this project going. But other than that, that's all they talked about. And their next meeting will be April 21st.
Questions? Okay. Moving down to regular agenda.
On tonight's regular agenda is ordinance 02-25, adopting the 2025 Stormwater Management Plan.
Move to approve ordinance number 02-25, adopting a new 2025 City of Buckley Phase 2 NPDES Stormwater Management Program.
Second.
Any discussion? This is a roll call vote.
Correct. Smith,
Aye.
Arcano,
Aye.
Anderson,
Yes.
Burbank,
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Ferguson. Aye. Motion carries.
Moving down to staff reports. The only thing we have is city administrator update.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Tonight, I have two items to address. The first one is earlier today, we received an email from the Department of Commerce notifying us that we did not provide them with adequate review time for the comprehensive plan prior to adoption. So there are two agencies that we work with in adopting our comprehensive plan. One is the Department of Commerce and the other one is the Puget Sound Regional Council. The Department of Commerce received a copy via SEPA and via email, but it was not uploaded properly to an online portal that they have 60 days prior to adoption. And so they provided us with comments and gave us a couple of options for how we move forward. I have still, I've reached out to the city attorney who's providing us with some guidance, and Puget Sound Regional Council. The Puget Sound Regional Council is, as far as we know, planning to adopt our comprehensive plan for the certification in May. And so our preference of the two options, the first option would be to amend our comprehensive plan to incorporate Commerce's comments as part of an annual amendment process. We're allowed to amend our comprehensive plan once per year per GMA requirements. Many jurisdictions do an annual update every year or every other year just to make sure that everything is still current and up to date rather than waiting for a long list of amendments at the periodic review. Or there is a chance that we will need to repeal our approval and basically through the same steps reapprove. So either way, we're looking at an additional public hearing, which is not all bad, especially because towards the end, it was very rushed. And I feel like, especially pertaining to density, there were some last minute changes that we were up against our timeline to meet the criteria for PSRC and Department of Commerce for the January 1st deadline. They've seen that we have made every effort and a best effort to adopt by then. And I have no belief or inclination that they are going to take away our certification, but it is a possibility. And I will keep you all updated once I have communicated with both PSRC and the city attorney with best next steps. Again, our preference is to just do an annual amendment along with our zoning update. So we'll be amending, for example, the zoning code, which we knew we needed to take care of this year, along with the comp plan at the same time. Makes a lot of sense to make them and amend them as a package, but with the deadlines put on us by the state, we pushed ahead to amend the comp plan first. So more to come soon on the comprehensive plan. And then the only other thing that I have is just a reminder that happening right now is a town hall over at the Buckley Fire Department, at the fire station for the Rainier State School closure. So anybody who is available, please head over there after our council meeting so we can all tune in and see what's going on. Give them support. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving back to our second round of public comment. Is there anybody that would like to, and there may be, is there anybody online from the public? Nobody online from the public? Yeah, I see no takers. Next item, council member comments and good of the order. Any comments? Anybody online? Council member Green, Anderson,
Nothing tonight.
here see nothing. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
I
Opposed?
Motion carries.
Thank you, council.
You know me.